What's up, everybody? This is gonna be my my spoiler-heavy discussion of Avengers Endgame. So we're gonna talk about like a lot of the big things that happened in the film and everything and stuff. And yeah, but before we do that, make sure to like, subscribe, and like drop down in the comments and talk about like what was your favorite moment in the film, or what was your least favorite part of the film, or like what was the thing you most were excited about this end of this 22 film Marvel Infinity Saga. Alright, so let's get into this. So basically the movie starts, the movie opens up, and we're basically, I guess in a way, we're in, we're in the ship, the Milano, which is the ship from the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and Tony Stark has been in there with Nebula for like 22 days now, drifting away in space. And then all of a sudden, Captain Marvel she shows up and rescues him just in the nick of time before they lose air in the ship and everything. So that's what happens there. And then they get returned. Tony Stark, he is literally weak because he's like lost weight a lot and stuff. And he basically, he comes back and stuff, and he sees that, he tells Captain America that they lost, and he's a liar and everything. And I think that was amazing performance I've ever seen Robert Downey Jr. go all out in that scene and stuff. And it was pretty great. And then also everybody's pretty much dealing with the loss of what happened after the snap. So yeah, when Thanos like wiped the whole population off, like Black Widow says. So basically, they're trying to figure out how they're going to be able to stop this person. So they go back to find out Thanos destroyed the Infinity Gauntlet, and he said there was nothing left. He had to do it, and so basically, Thor, this time he does chop his head off, and then afterwards in the movie, it takes place 5 years later, and you see people what's going on and how they're dealing with the snap and everything. So there's like the support group and everything, and Captain America is talking and stuff, how we're still alive, we're still here and stuff. It's very like 9/11, very September 11th, because you see all this like empty places are like there's no people in there or anything, and like no more humans alive or anything like that. So yeah, so basically they're doing as much as they can to survive, and they're all grieving in their own way every day and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. And then and then we also pick up and we see Ant-Man. He's been in that car for a while, so he finally gets out of the van finally, and he finds out that he's been gone for 5 years, and he didn't know that the snap happened. So he's like, what happened and everything. So yeah, and when we find his character, he's like wandering the streets of New York City, or San Francisco, and he sees that his daughter is all grown now, and he missed so much now in her life. So he can't believe this. So then he decides to go to the Avengers headquarters, and goes and and then he tells them let him in, and Scarlet Witch and Black Widow, Black Widow and Captain America can't believe they see him on the video, because they didn't think he survived or made it out. So he's like, can you guys ring me in the door? So I think that was a very funny moment, because the movie's very dark in the first part of the film, and then we get to see Thor, and he's like heavy now. He like weighs a lot of weight. He has a beer god, and he's like playing Fortnite with the stone creature that was in Thor Ragnarok, voiced by Taika Waititi, and they're playing Fortnite, and he's eating snacks and beer and stuff, and he looks like he's like the Thor that you imagine, like his race, because he's an Asgardian, and he's like that's what he's been doing and stuff. So that's what Valkyrie's been telling and stuff. Also, another character that's definitely improved a lot too in this movie was Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk. I feel like he's like Bruce Banner and the Hulk, so he's like more Bruce Banner than the Hulk, and he found a way to like control both of that, and he can be the Hulk and Bruce Banner at the same time. So I thought that was pretty awesome and stuff. That's really cool. There was this whole scene where these kids in a diner, and they want his autograph and everything. That's really funny. I thought that was a pretty funny levity moment in the film, and I think it was pretty awesome that they had that and stuff. And then the Russos, I think they did an amazing job with this film because it's like a 22 film. Like it's like you're watching a series finale of these films you've been following for 10 years and stuff. So it's pretty amazing. And then Black Widow is her character. Her story is awesome. Uh, Jeremy Renner, he has the best. I mean, I think this is like his best performance I've seen in any of the Avengers movies, and he shows it a lot with his emotion as Ronin, because he lost his family in the snap, and he's like this assassin killer who's killing people in Japan and stuff, and he's become the character Ronin, which is in the Marvel comics, and he becomes that character, and it's pretty interesting. So then they figure out a way that they want to do this time heist. So they got to go back in time to 3 different time periods to get the stones. So Tony and Captain America go back in 2012 when the Chitauri invasion happened in the Battle of New York. So they go to do that with Banner, and Banner's going to talk to the Ancient One, because the Ancient One says that you can't, if you change this timeline, a new timeline will start, and there'll be an alternate timeline. So that's what she tells Bruce Banner, because in a way that's what happens. Even if you change something, it won't matter, because you're creating a brand new timeline and everything. So it's pretty amazing. But it was really funny to get to see 2 Captain Americas fighting, and that was really cool and awesome. And also it was also cool to see Jasper Sitwell again, and in the movie, and you're getting to see the Shield people cleaning up the mess after they arrest Loki. You get to see that in the movie, which is so cool. And you don't get to see that in the Avengers, but you get to see it in this movie and stuff, so that's pretty awesome. And then the whole scene where Robert Downey Jr. has to fake a heart attack and everything, because they have to try to get the Tesseract, I think, or something like that. Yeah, so they're trying to get that, and then apparently Loki, he actually gets away with the Tesseract, and he goes somewhere, so we don't know what happened to him, so we'll find out. So that means that this version of Loki, that's a whole different version from the Loki that's been in all the Thor movies. He's probably going to be coming back, so we'll probably see him in the Disney Play Loki TV series, which is coming out soon on Disney Play. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. And then we go to the planet that Volmir, that planet they found the Soul Stone, and they go there and they find out that one of them has to make the ultimate sacrifice, because that's the only way you can get the Soul Stone, is you have to take one life to get it. So basically Black Widow takes the one for the team, like Iron Man had to do in the first Avengers movie, and she does the ultimate sacrifice and dies. So she's the character that dies in the movie, and she's like one of the huge people that sacrifice them, so it's pretty not good. So then Jeremy Renner's character gets the last stone, and so they all get back together and stuff, and they put the stones back together and everything. And then we also go back to the planet of Morag from Guardians of the Galaxy, and we get to see that scene with Star-Lord when he's singing with his Walkman, and then you get to see that version perspective, and it's pretty amazing and awesome. You get to see a little bit more of Gamora, like the Gamora that before she went good and nice and stuff. So that was awesome. We see a much eviler, Nebula in the movie, because apparently she comes back instead of the other Nebula, and because there's 2 different Nebulas. There's the one from our future in 2023, and then the one from 2004. So yeah, it's pretty 2014. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. And stuff's pretty cool. Rocket Raccoon is so awesome. There's a scene in the movie where him and Tony Stark have a little interplay, and he calls him Build-A-Bear. It's so funny. I think that's one of the most hilarious parts in the movie, that he's calling him Build-A-Bear and stuff. It's so funny and pretty hilarious. Captain Marvel's amazing in this movie, even if she's not she has a pretty significant role in this movie. Even if it's not her movie, she still plays a big part in this movie. And I think that's really cool because we've just seen her in Captain Marvel in March. So yeah, that's really awesome. And then when we get to the final act, which is the third act, it's amazing. It's awesome and it's incredible. It's probably the biggest action sequence in an Avengers movie ever because you have thousands of the superheroes that got dusted come out of the portals, and because they just did the snap and they brought everyone back and home and everything. So it's pretty awesome. And then Captain America finally gets to say that line that everyone wants him to say. Avengers assemble, which is so freaking cool. And then they got that Alan Silvestri score happening in the movie. It is probably by far the coolest part in the movie. And also, I forgot to say, Gwyneth Paltrow was such a badass in this movie. She has she has like her own Iron Man like suit, and it's so freaking cool, and it's pretty awesome and stuff. Valkyrie was amazing in this movie. The four women of this Avengers movie, I really want to see a movie with them because they were amazing in this last act, and I gotta say it's pretty awesome. And Spider-Man is amazing. That whole scene when he gets to reunite with Tony was so awesome and funny, and it was just so cool, and it was so really awesome. And then the big moment with Thanos and Tony Stark, and he basically says, "I am Iron Man," and it's so cool because you see his character, how far he's come, and also his character has a big growth in this movie. He has a daughter in the movie now, and he has this great relationship, but he finally figures out how they could go back and fix this. So, and he's had a lot of years to figure this out. So 5 years pretty much. So yeah, it's pretty much a long time for him. But yeah, Tony Stark from 1 through 3 to Civil War to the last two Avengers movies, I feel he has he has a really good arc in all these movies, and I think this is a great resolution to his character. I think it would be such a disservice if they didn't, if they returned, or that they returned him back from the dead. I think that'd be such a disservice to the character because he just sacrificed himself with the Infinity Gauntlet, and he snapped. And then this time Thanos was the one that got dusted this time, and all the other Black Order people. So yeah, I feel like he made the ultimate hero sacrifice. I feel like everyone's made the alternate hero sacrifice one another in any of their movies. So yeah, Tony Stark, I feel like his sacrifice was much earned finally, and it was just very heartbreaking to see him pass away and stuff. But yeah, I think it was a very much neat. I thought it was a very well earned death. I feel like his character went out in a really good way. So yeah, so I think they should maybe not bring him back because I think that this is a great way to finish his character and stuff. So yeah, and then the other things we should talk about is we should also talk about another great thing is the girl that plays Tony Stark's daughter is really cute and adorable. There's like a scene with him and the daughter, and they're in the living room. It's like one of the cutest scenes ever in a Marvel movie. And the little girl is such a great actress. Whoever that they got to play that little girl, she's so good and stuff, and really cute. And there's that whole line where he says, "I love you 3000," and that was like the line that he says to her a lot in the movie. So it's pretty cool, and that's pretty awesome that they had like something like that sweet in the movie and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty amazing and everything. It's also amazing to see Linda Cardellini again in a movie in the Avengers again, because Linda Cardellini is a great actress. So I'm just happy she was in the movie again because I loved her character from Age of Ultron. So yeah, so it was pretty cool to see a lot of these people that were from the other Marvel movies return. So yeah, it was pretty awesome. We also got to see some of the Ravagers come back. We got to see Sean Gunn. He played one of the Ravagers of I forgot his name, but yeah, Michael. I forgot the guy. Yandu, his crew, like they were in the fight too. It was so cool. We got to see Benedict Wong, who played from Doctor Strange, was in it, and he was so cool. It was just that whole scene when they're all getting ready to battle that big Chitauri army. It was like so awesome, and that was probably in my way that was like a it was like a it was that was like the nerd moment in the movie for me because it was like this was like happening. I've waited all my life for a long time. When I was a kid for 5 years old, when I read that the Findy Gauntlet graphic novel from Jim Stalin, who's the guy who basically wrote that comic that series, Findy Gauntlet. So yeah, it's just so cool to finally see that happen in Endgame, and it's freaking amazing. It was so cool. Even the stuff with Black Panther, when you get to see that stuff, that's so cool and awesome and amazing and everything. So yeah, it's just so cool. And then yeah, just seeing stuff where yeah. So maybe but one of the only things I think they should have done is they should have gave more scenes to the female characters. Like Valkyrie should have more stuff. Evangeline Lilly should have had more scenes in the movie, and everybody. So yeah, but I feel like those characters were. I felt they should have more scenes because they were pretty great at the end. But it would have been nice to see some more of them in the movie. But I hope we get to see more strong female character stuff in like the next phase. So that would be amazing and awesome. I hope this isn't the last time we get an Ant-Man movie because I heard there has been reports saying there's no plans right now for Ant-Man 3, so I think that's kind of would be a missed opportunity if they didn't do another like a third Ant-Man movie because I feel like Ant-Man would I felt I felt Ant-Man the Wasp was a very superior sequel to the first movie. I thought it was like bigger and better than the first Ant-Man, and the stakes were raised a little bit more. So yeah, I really loved Ant-Man the Wasp and stuff, and I loved the brought in Ghost and all those. So yeah, I really like. So to tell you the truth, how I would sum the Avengers Endgame out, all I can say is it's awesome and it's big and it's fun. It's funny. It's also sad. It's like culmination of 22 films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And yeah, it's like a big popcorn extravaganza. It's 181 minutes, so it's 2 hours and 58 seconds, or 2 hours and 58 minutes, and it's close to almost 3 hours, pretty much. But yeah, it's a pretty long movie, and it doesn't drag at all. There's like certain scenes where I didn't feel it didn't drag that much. It just went on and on for the length it was, and it was just amazing that it didn't drag or anything. But it was just the movie just is a masterpiece. I think Kevin Feige and team have did an amazing job with this whole saga. So I think it's amazing what they did and stuff. So I mean, if I was DC right now, I'd be shaking in my boots right now after what Endgame did. So yeah, and it was pretty really awesome. So I'm really excited to see what they do for more Marvel movies in the future. I don't think this is the last time we'll see Avengers movies, but I think this will be the last time that we have an Avengers film for a while because I feel like the Avengers might take a. They're gonna probably not do that for a while. So probably every year we'll probably get like maybe different standalone movies instead of an Avengers film. But yeah, I don't know where you can go after this Avengers movie. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much. But yeah, that's how much I loved Endgame. It's so good. It's it's very rewatchable. I'm probably gonna watch it lots of times when it comes out on home release. So yeah. So to close this spoiler discussion, I would have to say Avengers Endgame is highly recommended. And if you love Thor or all the other people, you'll get everything in this movie. Every character has has a purpose in this movie. Everybody gets their moment to shine in the Endgame movie. So it's pretty cool. And then also they have this really awesome thing with the original four Avengers at the end credits, which is pretty awesome. They showed all the characters since they've been in the movie, and it's like their pictures and stuff, and that's the music, the Avengers music playing, and they show the main four actors. That's really cool too. So yeah, that's a pretty awesome thing. It's a pretty cool thing and stuff. So yeah, Endgame is a pretty cool movie. yeah, I would just when I watched it, I was like, I want to see that again because it was such an amazing movie going experience I've ever had in a movie theater. So yeah, Endgame delivers. So hopefully you enjoyed this review. It was so yeah. I hope you enjoyed this review. Put it down comments like, was this movie fulfilling for you as a person who's been a fan of been a Marvel fan for a long time? Did you love it or not? Put down, tell me down in the comments below, and if you like more videos, I have more videos to coming soon. I got a recap video coming up for the reality series Big Brother. I'm gonna be doing a recap of both episodes, like 1 and 2. So look out for that. And there's gonna be plenty more stuff coming to this channel. I think I'm gonna be doing some vlog thing, like of what happened my daily month or whatever. So yeah, look out for that and stuff. So anyway, guys, I hope everyone has an awesome, amazing week. I'll see you guys next time for the next video. See you around, guys. Bye.